Hi, thank you for joining us. I'm Ken Jordan. I'm the co-founder of Evolver and the host of the Evolver podcast. And you are?
I'm Molly Suggs, and I am the general manager for Evolver Media Productions.
We've been having an amazing day because yesterday we sent an email out to you guys, to a lot of you guys, asking for feedback and thoughts about Evolver Awakening, which is the new program we're about to release. And we are blown away by the number of people who are writing back thoughtful, intelligent, long comments and suggestions about what you need for the Evolve Awakenings platform to be what you really would like to participate in. Let me tell you a little bit about the Evolver platform.
Yeah.
Evolver Awakening.
Yeah.
We're creating a conscious community and learning platform for people who are going through awakenings, who are looking for context and community to make sense of what they're going through as they go through their own journey. To my knowledge, nothing like this has ever been done before. And to get your input has been incredibly valuable and helpful to us. The reason that we're doing this, why are we doing this?
Why are we doing this?
It's a great question. The reason we're doing this is because something is happening around the globe that is touching the lives of so many people. Folks are having these crack in the sky moments where their sense of connection to source is suddenly expanded. And it can happen in a yoga class where you're suddenly getting a kundalini shot up your spine. Or it can happen in a meditation class. Your eyes are closed and you're seeing light. Or you're at a rave and you're on MDMA. Not everybody's like that, but it happens. And you're seeing auras. What is this, right? I know I had a similar experience myself 15 years ago. When it happens, you think you're crazy.
I thought I was too.
You had something similar.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And when you think you're like, you can't trust what's happening around you because it doesn't fit your understanding of what it is to be in the real world, you don't know who to talk to, right?
You feel lost.
You feel lost. You feel like, if you share this information with somebody like your family or the people at your job, right? You're going to be laughed at or fired, dismissed in some way, like your experience is not taken seriously, right? So what we've been seeing at Evolver over the last 15 years is more and more and more people having this happen for them. And over the last couple of years, I've been blown away at how many folks are having this happen and are coming and talking to us about it, going like, I wish I knew that you guys existed back when I had that happen to me 3 years ago.
Exactly. Yeah. Even just the other day, I was talking to a friend of mine who said that she had a Kundalini experience, and I was telling her about what we're trying to create here. And she's like, wow, I wish I had somebody to talk to. I wish that I had a community of people who didn't think that I was weird or crazy so that I didn't feel so isolated and alone going through what you're going through.
Right. And actually, when we started talking about this a little while ago, I realized that in fact, the way that I got through and processed my own journey in this space was to create a community with my friends, which is Evolver. We brought in these incredible writers and thinkers, or the leading figures in the consciousness movement, whether it's John Perkins or Dennis McKenna or Graham Hancock or Starhawk and Amanda Sage.
All the biggies.
The biggies. You go to the people you really admire, whose work you really can trust. And we were bringing them in to write for Reality Sandwich, our online magazine. We're doing online classes with them. And that gave me a chance to talk to them about what I was going through and to hear from them what they had gone through. And I realized like, whoa, these are my teachers. How lucky am I? And then we would do these events where a lot of people would show up in New York and I could connect to the people through the events. And I realized there's a community here of peers who are going through something similar. And that helped me ground and integrate as I was having experiences. I don't know about you, but they were weird and bizarre and amazing and scary, right? And tough. And some of it is like, you got to go through shadow material in this space. Doing that alone is really, really hard. So
yeah, and you know, one of the things that I want to say is we don't always want to hire somebody to process with. We want friends and
right.
community that understand what we're going through, that is not in sort of this professional client and coach dynamic. So it's so nice to be with people who are really understanding of what you're going through, and just just friends and colleagues and peers that really understand the same thing that you've done.
Yep. So for us, we got Evolver to a certain point where we realized that, we have 3 million people on social media, hundreds of thousands of people coming to Reality Sandwich, many people taking these online classes, that there was a way to reconfigure this thing and make, frankly, the kind of experience that I was lucky enough to have available to everybody. That's what Evolver Awakenings is intending to be, right? And we're going to launch it this month. And we really are excited to have you join us on this journey, on this adventure. Now, what is it really going to offer, and how is this going to work, right? You don't want it to be
woo-woo.
Woo-woo. I don't know about you. I'm an old punk rocker. I have very little tolerance for a lot of the new age woo. I'm a science-based guy. I need things to be empirical and grounded. Otherwise, it doesn't work for me. So that's a key piece of what Evolver's always done and what we're intending to do with this platform.
Real. We want it to be real.
Right. This is critical. It's got to be available to everybody. This is not some special elite group that, can pay lots of money for some real special coaching situation. This is widely open for folks who are having this kind of experience, who need connection. And so we want to make this as available as possible to as many people as possible. And there's going to be scholarships for folks who even can't handle that, even the very low level of cost that are associated with what we're going to do. It's got to be diverse. It's got to respect the fact that much of the spiritual energy that's being infused into the West, into modern 21st century culture now, is actually coming from indigenous cultures that have been holding this wisdom for centuries or millennia, and are now sharing that with the West and with us and with the global culture. So you need to have an acknowledgement of and respect for indigenous traditions, and people from very diverse backgrounds and people of color who have been doing this work for a long time. What else has it got to do?
We want to make it safe. We're really, really committed to not throwing out tons of marketing and sales all the time and making you feel like we're throwing things at you. We really are about the community, and we really are going to create that space so that you can express yourself and feel free to connect with each other. And it's not going to be a sales and marketing platform.
That's not what this is about.
Yeah. And we're committed to, especially in this information age, we're all on our phones and our computers, to really having these experiences with one another in live and in person.
Right. So yes, it's happening online. Yeah, there's a digital piece to this, which is what's holding a lot of it together. But workshops, retreats, conferences, meetups, big piece of this, right, is the face-to-face, is the actual body to body in a room together, and getting the energy from other people in a room. That's really important.
Yeah, we're going to have fun.
And we're going to have fun. Yeah.
One of the things that is always so prevalent in spiritual communities or in communities where you're doing a lot of work is it tends to get really serious, right? And we don't really want to be that serious all the time, right? No. So we're about having fun, being human, connecting with each other.
Yeah, and a certain amount of irreverence, and that's like a healthy place to be when you're really confronting the truth of your spiritual journey. Don't take yourself too seriously. You got to be able to laugh.
We're going to actually do another video tomorrow where we're going to talk about more of what's going on on a global level.
Yep. Because what's happening now is a movement It's like it's going on across the globe. People are waking up like this, and they're all figuring out their way of integrating this opening and doing it through connection. And so tomorrow we're going to talk really about what that process is like for you, for me, and how you can really pick up some pointers from the folks who have done this, gotten a little bit further down the road than you have, than I have. I took picking up pointers too, and we'll share that with you. So please, first, thank you for sticking with us, listening to this, being a part of this. There's a movement and you're in it. If you're interested in this and this is resonating for you, we're doing this together. So leave a comment on this YouTube page below.
Or Facebook.
Oh, Facebook.
Facebook.
Yeah, that too.
Or YouTube. Wherever we are.
Wherever you see
Wherever
it.
you are, just
Yeah.
leave a comment.
Right. Or if you don't like to do that kind of commenting thing, but you want to touch us and let us know what's going on with you and you have some feedback about this, you can write an email to Ken Jordan, KenJordan, at evolver.net, evolver.net. And we'll read it and we will appreciate it. And we thank you.